evening, people. We are at Sutera Harbour Resort in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, part of Malaysia. We are here to do something very interesting today. We have a very interesting dish, a very regional dish, which is a part of the Sabahan cuisine. And to show you that dish today, we have with us Chef Bobby Alex. Chef Bobby, hi, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing,
So
Chef?
Chef Bobby has been with the Sabah Tourism Board, and he's a master in the Sabahan cuisine, which is very regional to this place. So he's going to show us something very interesting. So what are we doing today?
This chef is very local, very Sabahan, and it's called Hinava. And it's in English is raw fish salad.
Okay, so for all of you who's been wondering, Sabahan cuisine is very different from Malaysian cuisine. Malaysian cuisine is all to do with satay and rendang and rice. So let's go about it. So how are we doing this fish and what is it?
Okay, today we're gonna be using Spanish mackerel, but the other types of fish that you can use too, like red snapper and also barracuda. They would be just fine, and also tuna.
Okay, so I suppose this is a dish which is made with raw fish. He's got a dish, a fish over here,
Yep.
which is what we also use in India. It's called the Spanish mackerel. In India, we call it sear fish, we call it vanjaram, we call it surmai, different names, different parts of the region. And over here, it's known as the Spanish mackerel. Very versatile. It's a very lean fish. It's not got very fishy taste. So I suppose when he said snapper and tuna and Spanish mackerel, this is one fish which is not very fishy and you can eat it raw. So there we go. So here he's cutting the fish into a little bit of chunks over here. Can I help you with doing one?
Yes, please, Chef.
Okay, so we cut the fish into little chunks,
Yep.
bite-sized pieces.
Yep.
Mexican, Peruvian, Chilean ceviche over here. So it's a dish where again the fish is cooked with lime juice. Basically it's cured, so there we go. So we've cut the fish into chunks.
So we're done with cutting up the
So
fish.
what's next?
Next we will put this special ingredient, and it's called badu. And this is actually grated seed of a wild mango found abundantly in Sabah. So which is called bambangan. Yeah, bambangan. Yeah.
So that is this is the seed of the wild mango, which is called badu, which is grown only over here, nowhere else. So probably you can't substitute. If you want to make this dish, you got to come here and probably take the wild mango from over here and then only make it.
That's right.
Okay, so can we add that?
Yeah. So we're gonna mix.
So I suppose this is going to give a little bit of texture to it. It's going to give a little bit of sourness, very mild sourness. I tasted this ingredient before we started. It's magic. It's fantastic in the mouth. So we've added quite a bit.
Yeah.
So what goes in next?
Okay. Next we'll add in some chili, some bird's eye chili.
So we have the bird's eye or the party chilies over here,
Yeah.
red and green. Why do you do a mix of red and green? Is it
For the color.
for the color?
So
I feel the red is more spicier.
Yep. Correct.
We just chop it up into little
tiny
little
bits.
pieces.
Yep.
So there you go. We've chopped the chili. So I add all of this into the fish.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with the chilies. If you're not too used to it, probably your tissue paper is going to catch fire the next morning. So guys, beware when you add your chilies to it. Great. So what goes in next?
So next we will add in the onions.
Great. So now we add some.
So we'll add
shallots.
some shallots.
Okay.
Shallots will also help the fish to cook, and also it gives that onion taste.
Okay, so shallots are going to give some pungency to it. It's going to add texture. Okay, then next, what do we do?
Okay, next we will put ginger,
Wow.
which has been julienne.
Okay.
This is absolutely necessary because it has that taste of being a little bit, how would you describe the gingery taste? Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna add it. Yeah,
wow.
put it a lot. All right. So the next thing is to add this bitter gourd.
Okay, so we add the bitter gourd to it. So it's quite a salad, huh?
Yeah.
Bitter gourd, chili, ginger, onion, dried seed of the wild mango, grown only over here, nowhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
So we can now start mixing it up before we put in the lime juice.
Okay, before we put in the lime juice.
Yeah. So we do not want to forget the salt.
Okay.
Because
so
it will flavor, the
So probably you
put
add the salt
everything
in the-
together.
Okay, you add the salt
Yeah.
in the last so that, but probably if you add salt at the beginning, it tends to remove the water out.
Yeah, that's so it's already giving out a nice aroma. So the bitter gourd really does complement this dish.
Okay. So do you eat this dish as soon as it's done, or do you let it settle? Do you let it stay somewhere? And
Yeah,
then
you
eat
let
up?
it stay for at least 20 minutes.
Okay. So how do you eat this? Do you eat it at the beginning of a meal? Do you eat it with your meal? Do you eat it-
Together with rice.
You eat
Together
this
with
rice?
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Okay, that's an interesting
Yeah.
concept because when you eat ceviche, you just eat it as it is.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that's well mixed. So now the last part is the
Lime juice.
Yeah,
The acid.
the acid.
Which actually cooks the fish.
Yep.
So you add
So
some
we
lime
just-
juice. So technically, what lime juice does is, if you're looking at this in a very technical thing, lime juice.
You
is an
can
acid.
use, yeah.
It actually kills surface bacteria. What's
Yeah.
there? It adds flavor. It cures the meat. Okay, it's called a curing process where
Yeah.
lime juice gets mixed with the meat,
That's right.
and it's absolutely safe to eat raw fish with lime juice.
Yeah. So now I
So we
will
give it a
just
mix
yeah,
again.
mix again. You can use other types of citrus to like
So we can
kasturi.
use, you know what, I was just thinking we could also use some lime. We could also
Yeah.
use some sweet lime.
Yes, you
And we
can.
could also do a little bit of tangerine or little
Yes.
orange to give it a nice kick.
Right.
Do something very
You
different.
can. We'll add a nice.
And then probably
sweet.
put it in a bun and make a burger out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll look amazing.
Okay, that is pretty much well mixed. Let me just
So,
check.
so I can see that the lime juice is absorbed. It's vanished.
That's it. We're nearly there.
So we are nearly there, and
Yep.
you let this sit for like 20 minutes before you eat. You can put it in
Yeah.
the fridge. You can have it cold, ice cold.
Yes. There we go. So we'll leave it for 20 minutes before we serve it, and we can garnish with this big chili that has
What
been.
about some cilantro? I see there's some
Also,
cilantro as
that
well.
will
You can
be
garnish that
yeah,
as well?
garnish it later.
Later, whole or you chop it up?
Yeah. Whole.
Whole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are pretty much
so,
done
so,
here.
So can I do the garnishing part?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So we've finished the mix over here,
Yep.
and we take a little bit of the chilies, which is not so spicy.
No.
Julians of big red chilies, and we garnish the hinava. What do you mean by the word hinava?
Hinaba means to cook it with lime.
Wow, hinava means to cook it with lime.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Hinava is to cook it with lime, and we're going to add a little chili.
Yeah.
We finish the chili. We do a little bit of
So
cilantro, coriander. We're done with this.
we're done with this, chef.
Okay, let me tell you something. I'm sorry, I can't wait for 20 minutes. I
Oh.
can't put this in the fridge.
Okay.
Because I've been starving.
You have been served.
Seeing you make this, I'm going to go straight for it.
Yes,
And
please.
give you the verdict as to how it tastes.
Okay.
So, guys, there it is. We've done the garnish. We've mixed it up. And then I'm going to go for a little bit of the fish with the chili
And a bitter gourd.
and a bit of the bitter gourd. I think there's everything on this.
Yeah. You can feel the chunkiness of the fish.
I have just two words. It's magic in the mouth. You wouldn't know you're eating fish for the first thing. It's amazing. If you blindfold somebody and give this and tell them, I'll bet you $100 or $1 million, they wouldn't know you're eating fish. What a better place to make this. At the Sutera Harbour, in Kota Kinabalu, at the Sabah region, in Malaysia, all the way from Bangalore, with the team of Travel.earth. I think this is a fantastic start to what we've been going to do in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Beautiful fish. Thank you so much. It's
Thank you.
Fantastic.
It's been
It's
an
amazing
honor.
to see your tradition going. You're keeping this. I'm going to take this to my country. I'm going to introduce this at my university to my students. We're going to try this and probably send you pictures of this and tell you how it is.
Okay,
And
I'll
I hope
be
you
waiting.
guys like watching this fish. Go home, do this. It's going to kill everything. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.